So,
My name is Zoe Hinton, and this is Star Wars Geek Girl. I'm here today with Monica.
hi, nice to meet you.
Lizzie is on assignment, so she can't make it again today. And we're going to do a Force Awakens kind of reaction show, just talking about everything about The Force Awakens. There's obviously spoiler alert. It's going to be a lot of spoilers, but so first we'll start. I got on SoundCloud. I got a comment. Cecilia S. Can I take a moment to say that I love your profile picture? Thank you. Okay, so now we'll start with Force Awakens. So where did you see it, and who did you see it with?
I went with a Legion member, a 501st Legion member. We were actually going to have our own little troop at the Franklin Institute, but things got canceled, and I only ended up going with one of the members. So, yeah, but we still dressed up. I wore my Juno Eclipse costume, and he was a stormtrooper. So it was still fun.
I saw it at Penn Cinema. I saw it with my dad, my sister, and then we saw a Legion member too.
Nice.
I didn't dress up, but I wore a BB t-shirt, BB-8 t-shirt, BB-8 socks, and a BB-8 hat. So
Nice.
So how did you react to the movie, as a whole?
I liked it. I felt that it had a really good, the vibe of the movie was very original trilogy, which I liked. It fit right in. I really liked it. The whole look of it, I really don't have any complaints about.
Yeah, same, basically. I remember I cried for 2 hours just because I was so excited afterwards. We had to stop for extra tissues on the way home.
Aw.
I was so excited about everything. It was very good, and it definitely had an original trilogy feel.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess this is already kind of covered, but your thoughts on the movie?
I liked it overall. Like I said, the look was really good. I feel like there were some plot things that kind of I'm still confused about. I wasn't really crazy about the the Death Star or Star Killer base. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of repetitive. But the characters were really good. Of course, Rey is awesome. I really liked Poe. He's probably my favorite character because he's kind of cute. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I liked it.
I liked everything about it, pretty much. It was really good. I had a good time, and it was it did, a lot of nostalgia, the Millennium Falcon and all that.
Yeah.
A lot of, cute little callbacks to the original trilogy.
Yeah. It was really cool.
So, you already mentioned this a little bit, but characters? You said you like Poe and Rey.
Yeah. So Poe was really cool. He kind of felt like an expanded universe character, like a pilot, but kind of an adventurer too. So I really like that vibe. I actually thought that he did die, so I was really upset for the middle of the movie. But then I was really, really happy when he wasn't dead. So, and then Rey is just really cool. I feel like she's the strong female character we've all been waiting for. She also felt very expanded universe as well. Just a really cool desert nomad woman, who's fearless. I liked her.
And then she's also our Jedi character.
Yes. So she was kind of a combination of Luke and Han, I felt like.
I definitely felt that too. And she was very strong in the Force, especially considering that she had no training at all. So at the end of the movie, when you see Luke, she's obviously going to get some training, so she'll probably be unbelievably powerful.
Yeah. I'd say she's actually stronger than Luke was at her stage in development, like in A New Hope, Luke wasn't really that strong, but here we see Rey and she's had no training or guidance at all, and she's already stronger than Luke was.
Even in Empire Strikes Back, Luke is still kind of like, she's still stronger than Luke, even in Empire Strikes Back, and he's had a little more practice by that point, too.
Yeah. So she's definitely really powerful. So that's...
And then Finn, I liked Finn.
Yeah, I liked Finn, too. Sorry, I didn't mention him, but yeah, he was cool.
Finn was very funny to me, just kind of like, he's just like, why does everybody want to go back to Jakku? Like,
yeah, he wasn't a fan of Jakku.
I think he and maybe Rey probably, but he developed the most as a character, just because in the beginning of the movie, he's like, I just want to get out of here. I don't care where I go. But then by the end, he's like trying to go back and save Rey. And
yeah. Did you feel like maybe there was some romance between Rey and Finn? I didn't know if I was like the only one who picked up on that.
I picked up on it a little bit, but the way I saw it, I felt like it was kind of like Finn liked Rey, and then she's just kind of like friends.
Yeah.
That's the way I read it.
He's been friend-zoned, I think. Hey.
Yeah, but yeah, Poe, I did really like Poe, because he's just kind of like, he had like a mouth kind of, like he would just kind of trash talk whoever's in front of him, and that got him very hurt, but it was funny.
Yeah, I thought he was cool. So.
And then, I love Leia in this movie. She's kind of like, like she obviously has like force powers, but she's just kind of like, I'm gonna do something and not just meditate all day like my brother.
Yeah, she's always been kind of more political and like into helping the resistance and the rebels, just more on a political level, I guess, than a force level. Which, I mean, is different than the expanded universe because she does become a Jedi there, but, yeah.
And then we'll talk about Kylo Ren or Ben Solo.
Okay.
You go first.
Okay. He was just kind of crazy. I feel like in the beginning of the movie, he seemed really powerful, but then towards the end of the movie, you kind of wonder about him, like, is he really that? Like, what's his deal? He just seemed really unstable.
I feel like he's, like, scary, but in a different way than Darth Vader. Like, Darth Vader was kind of scary in the way that, like, he would just kind of do what he wants, and he'd just kind of, like, not really care. And then Kylo Ren's sort of, like, scary because he's, like, psychotic. Like,
yeah.
He's, like, unstable, and he's, like, not all there a little bit. So, like, different kinds of, like, scary.
Yeah, like he's a loose cannon. You don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah. And then Captain Phasma. She was.
Yeah.
Slightly disappointing.
Really?
Yeah, she was awesome. Like in the 3 scenes she was in.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I think she's really cool, but I was disappointed that there wasn't a lot of her in there. But then I read up on it a little bit. And I heard that she was supposed to be like the Boba Fett character. Like, she looks really cool, only has a couple lines, and that's it. But I think that she's going to be in the other movies, hopefully more.
Yeah. I feel like she's definitely going to do more in the next few movies. And then I think I heard rumors about a possible Captain Phasma spin-off, like all about her.
Wow.
I would definitely watch that.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah, she was awesome.
But yeah, I did like her. And who else is there? We had Han and Chewie back.
Yeah. I liked how Chewie was pretty upset when Han died. He got to blow some stuff up. He got a good shot at Kylo. So at least he kind of got some revenge there.
I feel like I do feel like Chewie was more like characterized in this movie. Like in the original trilogy, he had character, but it was kind of like downplayed. In this movie, you see like he does have more of a personality.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, definitely.
And then Han was how you'd imagine old man Han.
I thought that he was just the same as always.
Yeah.
And I don't even think he looks that old, to be honest. Like, if you gave him dark hair, he would look the same to me. I don't know.
Yeah, and I just, especially in the scene when he's out, like, they're outside they're on Starkiller base, but, like, outside, like, the building with Finn, and Finn's like, we'll use the Force. I'm like, that's not how the Force works. Like,
Yeah, that part was funny.
I think Han overall, and then when, like, Rey is, like, when they're on the Falcon and when Rey's, like, ripping pieces out, and she ripped that piece out, she's like, I fixed it! And he just kind of stares at her, like, what did you do?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, his interaction with Rey was kind of interesting. I don't know, like, he didn't quite give her any praise for, cool stuff that she did. I don't know. It's like he didn't want to like her or something.
Well, this is, like, why I feel like, Rey is possibly Luke's daughter, because, one, the legacy saber called out to her, and then the way Han just kind of, like, like what you said, like, he just kind of, like, I don't know, he acted weird around her.
Yeah.
And then also when Maz, when she asked him, and she's like, who's the girl? And then they cut away. I feel like they cut away for a reason. Like, Han knew something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Kind of wish we would have seen what they said.
Yeah. Maybe they probably didn't want us to see.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I guess we'll talk about Maz. I loved her. She was hilarious.
Yeah, and very intelligent too, because I guess she's like over 1,000 years old. That's pretty cool.
She was funny, and I don't know. I liked her.
Yeah, she's a good character. I wonder how she got the lightsaber though, because that's Luke's that he lost at Cloud City, I guess.
Yeah. I want to know. If they don't talk about it in the movies, they'll probably at least talk about it in, like, a comic book or something, so.
Yeah. I think that they'll explain it, because she said that's a good question for another time or something.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get answers eventually.
We don't really know if she's alive or not, I guess. I hope she's okay. I liked her.
That's true. Her whole castle got blown up, so I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah.
She's been around for a long time.
Yeah, she knows how to get out.
Yeah, she's how to survive.
Yeah, but I did like her a lot, because she's just kind of like, she's like crawling across the table, and Finn's like, what is she doing? Like, just let her.
Yeah, that part was cool.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting how she kind of plays, she almost felt like Yoda to me, because she has this, like, in the original trilogy, because she kind of has this, like, funny, like, hopping around, like, slightly, like, crazy air. But then she also, like, she's very wise and powerful.
Yeah, that's true. I hadn't even made that parallel, but that's good.
So, we talked about this, like, a little bit, but favorite quotes? Did you?
Well, I didn't really have favorite quotes, but I did have favorite scenes. I thought that the scene where that one stormtrooper sees Finn and he says, traitor! And then he, like, has this awesome hand-to-hand combat battle with him. That was probably my favorite scene.
That was so cool.
It was really cool.
Well, have you read Before the Awakening?
No.
Okay, well, there's a Finn chapter in there. And so Finn has these 3 friends, Zeros, Nines, and Slip. And they all trained with these different, like, melee weapons. And I'm not sure which one is the one that the stormtrooper that yelled traitor used. But I'm thinking maybe because it recognized Finn, maybe it was one of the friends that Finn had back when he was training.
That's interesting. I had no idea that comic book existed, but...
Well, it's a regular book. It's not a comic, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But, like, I couldn't, like, figure out because they just named them in the book. They didn't really give much of a description, so I don't know which one it was, but you know.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's what I figured. I think my favorite scene is probably one of our first introductions to Ray, when she and BB get attacked by those 3 big thugs, and Finn goes running to help her, and then she just kind of fights them off, and he's just like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome with that staff.
Yeah, and I think, because I know a lot of people are saying that, like, she shouldn't have been able to use the lightsaber that well, but if you think, if she's been training for however long with the staff, she probably could figure out a lightsaber.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's not that different, so.
Yeah.
Plus, she uses the Force, you know.
Yeah. It's okay. I loved Poe, not one of his first lines, I guess, but when he meets Kylo, he's like, so who's going to talk first? You're going to talk first? I'm going to talk first? I like Poe.
Hard to hear you with all this, you know. Yeah, that was funny.
And then I'm trying to think of my other favorite scenes. I liked all of the scenes.
Yeah.
Really. I do like when Chewie roars and Han's is like, you're cold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought that the scene in the Millennium Falcon when it gets taken into that bigger ship, I guess that Han has, and those gangs come in, I thought that scene was kind of cool. It really did feel like, I don't know, Return of the Jedi, just like original trilogy awesomeness.
Yeah. The gangs are cool.
Yeah.
And I wait to see group costumes of those gangs.
Yeah, that would be cool.
See, I did love the scene Kylo's having one of his fits, and he's like breaking the control panel, and the 2 stormtroopers are walking, and then they just kind of back up.
Yes, I did like that. I laughed at that. Like, yeah, this guy's crazy. We're not dealing with him.
Like, not today. And then I also liked the scene. I just thought of it. Oh, man. I forget what. Oh, dang it. I can't remember now. Okay. Yeah. I did. Oh, I remembered it now. So when Rey's, like, mind force Obi-Wan Kenobiing the stormtrooper, and he's walking out, she's like, and your weapon. Like,
Yeah.
my weapon.
And that was Daniel Craig, is what I've heard, in that suit. So yeah.
I heard, talking about other stormtroopers, the female trooper that talks to Kylo, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I heard somewhere that that was the voice of Barriss Offee from the Clone Wars. That was her. So.
Okay, cool.
I did read somewhere that like they got a lot of famous people that just wanted to play stormtroopers just so they could say they were in the movie.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay, I'd play one.
Yeah, and then I guess we'll talk about the representation in the movie of like this kind of equal amounts of female like pilots and officers, and I definitely liked that a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely a big difference since the original trilogy. I mean, that's really my only complaint about it, is that the only woman in it is Princess Leia, which makes it kind of hard to cosplay, to be honest, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely liked all the women in it. The fact that there's Captain Phasma, female stormtrooper, there's Rey. Yeah.
There's a few female officers and definitely some pilots.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really cool. And Maz, too, you know.
Maz and yeah, the whole, like, there's definitely compared to, like, really all of the other movies, there's a lot more representation as far as gender goes. It's very, I read a lot, but I read somewhere that, J.J. Abrams, like, insisted on having equal female and male, like, of the stormtroopers, even though nobody could really tell.
Well, that's a nice touch.
So now we'll talk about, I guess, like theories and parallels. Did you like notice any? If you have any theories on what's going on?
I don't know. I don't really do a lot of research on like spoilers or like try to figure things out, I guess. Like before Force Awakens came out, I watched the trailers and that was it. Like I didn't want to know any of the plot and like have anything spoiled. But definitely a big parallel I saw, we'll go back to the Starkiller base thing, like I don't know, it's kind of a Death Star ripoff. It didn't even really make sense to me. Like, so it drained a sun, and then how does that not create a black hole? But okay. So, yeah. But as far as theories go, I kind of think that Rey is Luke's daughter. And that's about it.
Parallels I noticed was like, I don't know. Rey, Finn, and Poe, kind of like, to me, they all represented Luke. Like Rey represented the kind of like Jedi kind of side, and then Poe was like the pilot we saw in Empire Strikes Back with Luke, and then Finn was kind of like Luke in New Hope that doesn't really know what's happening, just kind of wants to go home, even though he doesn't have a home. It's kind of what I felt.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting analysis.
And then I have another analysis about Phasma and Kylo. They both represent Vader, kind of. Like Kylo is sort of like the unstable Anakin part of Vader, and then Phasma is like the cold, like, part of Vader. I don't know.
Yeah, that one's good too.
I love analyzing things. So.
Yeah, you definitely thought more about the characters in that way than I did.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that's all I have for that. But one, I didn't notice this, but Lizzie noticed this. She texted me, and she said when Han died, the look on Leia's face when she sensed it, like, almost exactly mirrored Yoda's face when he felt Jedi dying.
Yeah. It was definitely a nod to Leia actually having powers, because Yoda and Vader both confirmed that in the original trilogy, that she has, force powers. But it is kind of strange that she never developed them. Maybe she's just too old.
I feel like it was maybe Luke was kind of like, Leia, come train with me, and she's like, there's another empire, I'm gonna fight this, train later.
Yeah. I
feel like that's probably kind of what happened.
Yeah. But she's definitely still, doing good and everything and helping out.
Yeah, and I think she's definitely, like, made it known that while she can handle a blaster and stuff, she is her best, like, with tactics and planning and all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I loved how they basically characterized, like, all of the characters. I wouldn't really complain about anything.
Yeah, it was definitely good writing.
I did. I don't know if you've read Aftermath. But Snap. Well, there's a character in Aftermath, Temin. He's a 15-year-old boy, and there's in the character the one pilot that Poe was talking with in the control room, I guess. His nickname is Snap, but apparently he's Temin from Aftermath. So.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah.
But if I had a complaint about the movie, it's that there were no Jawas on Jakku. We saw in the Clone Wars that they were, like, basically anywhere that there was scum. So why not Jakku?
Yeah. definitely. And there's like a lot of parts just laying around. It's kind of their thing.
Hearts and sand and
Yeah. That's kind of weird.
but overall, I did really like the movie. Just
Yeah.
I wouldn't really complain about anything.
Yeah, me either. It was awesome.
But yeah. So I guess we'll talk about troops now. So my dad and my sister did one in Middletown, Delaware. I was feeling like kind of nauseous that morning, so I didn't go. But then later that evening, I was feeling better, and we all did one at York with the Capital City Jedi. And yeah. Did you do any?
Yeah, I think I was actually at the one at York.
Yeah, I think you were.
Yeah, at the Frank Theaters. Yep. So I did that one. And like I said, we were going to have the troop at the Franklin Institute, but it kind of fell apart. I mean, we still dressed up, like I said, just me and the one stormtrooper, so. Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be more troops as stuff goes on with Force Awakens. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
once it becomes more available for people, there'll definitely be more. And then we have Rogue One coming out in a year.
Yes.
And then Episode 8 the following May. So we'll be getting plenty of troops with all that.
Yeah.
So I have to talk about, so Stan's sock company had a launch party with Wired magazine, and since they changed the floor in the whatever building it was, I wasn't able to go because I'm under 21 and they wouldn't let anybody under 21 go. But my dad and a friend of his, a Legion member, went, and they had a lot of fun. So you can get the socks from Stan's at uncommonforce.com. And I think if you use it in Google Chrome, you can do this really cool thing with your hand and using the Force to do stuff. So
Cool.
yeah, so try that out. And then we have social media. We have Facebook, and on Facebook you can share your pictures of when you saw The Force Awakens or pictures of any fans you saw there. And then Twitter, SW Geek Girl. Facebook is Star Wars Geek Girl, sorry. And then the Tumblr is also SW Geek Girl. And so for 2016, we hope to have more guests, report from cons, more comic book codes, and hopefully, contests and stuff. So I'm Zoe Hinton. This was Monica, and thank you for listening.
All right, great.